Yes. Morning, people. Morning, you know. Good morning to my Hebrew Israelite people, them brother and sister, them. Yes. Boy, you know, say, I man not say nothing for a long time to my people, them, you know. To the most high people, them, you know. You see me? Guys, see, we are one people as long we keep the same, under the same banner, you see me? We have to be under the same banner. Where's the most high banner, you see me? And my thing, you know. Me don't want nobody under my thing. You see me? Cause me's just a man. So me don't want nobody under my thing. Cause my thing, me never know when man feel for do what he want do. But you see the most I got thing, you know, and a man thing that. The most I got thing is beyond man. The most I think is righteous thing, uprighteous thing. You see, the most I got thing is spiritual thing. You see me? The most I got thing is some love, 100% and more. You see me? Just love. Make it run over like you have a bucket and you get some water. You see me? And it's like you know when a penny the bucket full and I run over. I love this. At that type I love there. In that sense there, where a brother feel love a sister feel love a brother. You see me? In this world, too much idiot thing are going on, you see me? People love talk, you know. Half of the story never been told, you see me? So, them are going to go around and judge people. Them are go around and talk people. Them are going to talk and make themselves look good, you see me? Them not going to really come out and say the thing how the thing is. Anything it take to put another one down, for them to look good, them are going to do that. Because I feel them depend on mission there, you see me? For them glory and for them success is to break our next one down to the max, to the nitty gritty, you know, see, down to the gully, just take off everything, shame that somebody there, and the person when I got do that now, I go feel like say that is one of the best things them could have do. You see me? Everybody that talk about love, you see me? Nobody no overstand the whole aspect of love. They say I'm pure hypocrite and parasite and backbiter them in this place, and I use the word love and I go around amongst people and try to say them love people. And if you notice, majority of people who say they love somebody always fuck them up in everywhere, and every action is a reaction. So you can't expect that if somebody love you and you know this person love you and care for you, and you have to take liberty upon them. Like in the time that you involve with that person there, you never respect that person there, not even to the things that come out of this person's mouth or the things that that person does or did. You know, you don't even require, or not to say require, but you know, you don't accept none of these things there. You don't give, you know, that respect, that love, that embrace there when you know one has the capability of really being one self. You understand? These people disarm people, they break people, they take good people and turn them into some other thing, and they are false pretenders. You always see them, and it's the evil in them. Because why? You see some of them, they are very quiet, and some of them pretend to be very nice, but they always say, see me and come live with me. It's two different things. So this is just a lot of people, the wolf in the sheep's clothing, you know, false pretender them, where they are out there and they go around, and you even find the same type of people are your politicians and the people who run things, you know, and say, well, they have a better view or a better eye view or a better state of mind, or them could deal with the people. Knowing in heart, if they have a heart, because if they do, it's dark, you know. And really and truly, these are the people who corrupt people. You know, they doesn't know. You meet somebody and you show them, you know, a lot of love and caring, and you know that humanity where you have for a next human being or next soul being, you know, and you as a soul being yourself, you know how you could shine. It's like the two beam come together, it's a shine, it's a brightness. But it was a wolf in sheep's clothing, you understand? And then you get to find out that that individual was never authentic from beginning, or this individual is like was just like a vampire, you know, suck out all the good out of you, you know, and then after now, this same vampire now, after sucking out the good out of you, will turn around now and cry, false pretending, false pretender, crying and wailing, acting for eyes could look upon them to see that they are a victim. You understand? To the good individual that been shining, that they drain out a good light energy off of him, mess up him. And if him or her is not strong, then gone, boom, cuckoo. You see me? So we have to watch all them things, and most of these people that deal with these things here, they are not God-fearing people. They're the people who don't even acknowledge the Most High. You see me? And when we say God, there is many gods. So I will say the Most High, the supreme power, the one and only Alpha and Omega. You see me? Me not like go around things. Me just like to make people understand the thing. Cause, yo, me hear people, from me and the boy, me hear people that talk about and them I say, oh, well, yo, three God now one. You see me? Three God now one. So no, when you ask them no, all that three God now one, then tell you God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. I man not deal with ghost number one. Some say Holy Spirit, but when we want them to know God are God, and God don't need to disguise himself in a whole heap of people. God are the master. And that them have to know. Them have to stop take the work of the master and put it out them want. People don't understand when the Most High, when Christ or Yeshua said that him and the Father is one, and if you see him, you see the Creator. If they don't understand that. Them little bird brain ideology about that is just way off track. You see me? You ever see something at work and it's working on one order? Anytime something works, all the compartments in it working together, it becomes a unit. And it becomes a one thing. There's nowhere this gonna work because it's an order, and the order becomes a unit within itself. So that it's the fullness of itself. You take something out of there, it will stop work. So that means all who come under the banner of this master etiquette, this master builder, come good. And it is one order, one thing. You see me? So when Yeshua come and say, when you see me, you see the Creator. Oh, me and the Creator is one. It is one into the works. It is one under the concept. They are unit. They are one unit. Means Yeshua not going to do anything that is off track. That is a fact. So he is one as the Creator. Why? Because the Creator himself has given him that power and give him that certificate and give him that clearance, and he becomes one. And that goes for any man who follow the Most High God to the full climax, to the full source. He and his Creator will become one, because then the Creator said that. So when Christ said that, it's not because it's three people in a God. God is God, and we know that God is God. God don't need, Most High don't need no father and mother and sister to be God. It was God from the beginning and is God until now. You see me? So Christ, Yeshua, becomes the light and the lamb because of that unit order. He has perfect the unit order. So whatever he comes with, it's not really him is coming with. It is just the teachings of the order of the unit of the Creator. That's what it is. It's not to say Christ, God is Christ, but they are units, so he could claim that and say, yes, It is that because it's a unit and it works together. There is no other part of the unit that doesn't need another part. So they all connected and becomes one. That's like a man and his wife becomes one. They're a unit, they becomes one. Is the woman a man? No, she's a woman, but she represents the man. Is the man a woman? No, but he's a unit and he represents the woman. So it's an order. So people have to start mix this thing. You know, the next thing when they come and talk about the mother, the Virgin Mary is the mother of God. Ridiculous, preposterous with that. That not work right. You see me? That not adding. God not a mother and a father. Don't ask me where, how comes that? Because you see, when you watch the universe itself bring enough things through the Most High God creation done, planted in there to do these things. Atoms was formed. Atoms bring specks of life and all these things. And even bacteria create life. Yet still the bacteria also make virus that could kill life. So it's a balance, people. Stop mix the thing. Stop go around the thing. Stop put your state of mind, what you think. You can't think for God. If you just work with what the Most High God gave you, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is what He give you. So you not going to try nothing weird that is not of the unit. You gotta stick to the unit. You gotta move off of the thing. Some people are question why God not come now. They don't understand it's a unit to a period of time until this unit reveal its true identity. Which the unit being revealing its true identity through faith. That is the first step. Faith. Build your faith. Now what is faith? You faith with word. Cause you can't have faith and not work. Yes, and you can't work and you not have faith. Enough people mash work and they not have faith. And they would have faith and they not no works. So all these things is a unit. Two people forget along with them for them. Respect each other, overstand each other, and then guess what? Most of God dictates and to walk without a disagreement. You see, from the moment you know that he is a human being and he's a light being and she's a light being, away. Your birth is whatever the conversation between the individuals, whatever going on. From the time you know, it's a different thing like common sense too, and that is not too common to the common folks. You see me? If you and a man have a talk and him say this and you say that, and you is of a unit, and this man is not of the unit. Now, if you gonna say something to this man, that and this man know where he's coming from, you as following a unit that is under righteousness, you could already feel this all negative vibe this man coming with. It's not to take down this man, you know. But if you as an instrument from the unit is working, you will work on the righteous banner. There are things that you will say no matter how this man come with his state of mind that will penetrate and interline and send a light. Because when we are so light people, the key thing when the heart becomes dark. When I say dark, not because people blame everything on darkness, but the darkness is the bitterness that covers the heart. It's not actually the heart where it's black, but the bitterness that comes, it's the state of the mind that take over the soul light body, the flesh will take over the soul light, cause immensity between spiritual and physical. So most people live physical and everything, if they can't see, they can't taste it, they can't touch it, they don't believe in it. You see, this is one you deny after your true light self, because within you, there's the inner you that is of the true you. And most people block that and just live on a physical level. They live on a physical person's level where it's everything for them, it's just about this flesh, and this is a contamination for the soul light inner you. You understand? So like people like me, I say, you understand, we have to really get the order right and stop allow the ways of the teachings of the European people, the concept of God, that God is white, and when you grow up in our yard, we see our mommy have white Jesus, and you know, I believe say them make everything look white, and the angels are white, and God is white, and all the hosts of the heavens are white. You see, and that not go so, because even right there, you see, there's nothing new under the sun, the moon, and the stars. Even right here, it has been proven when it was one time being denied that everything was of European descent, and it was powerful, and there was this and why Jesus and why this and why that, and Napoleon and all them Alexander with the so-called wanna be greater, whatever. You see me? And there's the white power and the white destruction of the power or the dominate, but of destruction. So we watch all the things, even slavery and it's not. We see the works on the face of the earth, and yet still they call everybody savage. So it's me personally, not it's not a racist. I don't deal with racism, but the truth is the truth. Civilization, we don't know about that long time. We did done civilized long time. We been civilized, we born civilized, you understand? So we are soldier too, we are the most high. Who fight the greatest war and who's the greatest war fighter? The most high God. Yeah, he's the greatest designer of war. You see, but before the war, you get the love. God is an energy negative and positive. So you can't expect a man just to talk about good, and this and can't defend himself, because we doesn't know when demon forces, again, the demon forces is always around. There's always around. From as long human beings gonna be here, demon forces gonna be here. People got to understand that. It's a problem from the day we take on this body. We was clothed with this body, the demon forces always been trying to perplex us and get us to be with them, because they want to control us, because we are very powerful light being people and clothed with flesh, and these demons want our inner light soul for them to want to be we. So it's a thing been going on where from man teleport from one level to the ninth plane. These demon forces, these entities, always been trying to overpower and take refuge in our vessel, which is our body. They've been trying to do that. And you see a lot of people talk about something wrong with him, he's possessed, and people don't understand these things. These demon forces been there because actually if you read certain part where they talk about when it was being created in the book of Genesis, and when God created us and created Adam and stuff like that, there was a confusion. There was something going on. I mean, if God created from two soul light beam, He clothed the soul light beam with a vessel, which is flesh, and this soul light beam now was into that place to work it off, to decorate it, and to what you call it, do the spiritual work into the earth. You understand? That is man's first work. Man first task on the ninth plane was to intertwine himself to know all the things on the earth, the trees, the animals, and all these things they have. Because the animals was there before us in that ninth plane level. All these the beasts and the fire they have, and the fish they of the sea and all these things. You understand? Was there before us. We was actually on this plane, the last actually thing to be that was created. But these demon forces been there too, because when you read, they'll tell you, so when God created Adam, this same jinn, this same Iblis or Lucifer, asked for him to have dominion over him and to rule over him and to have the soul light being that now being clothed into the vessel of flesh to follow him, to bow to him. And the Creator didn't accept that. The Creator didn't want that. The Creator had his purpose, or the reality of us being created again with clothing with flesh, a physical vessel to move with, to put over that soul being, that soul light being. From the time that happened, these demon forces been perplexing us until today. And the only way these demon forces gonna actually be eliminated is when we light beam vessel body vessel light beam vessels look within ourselves and start exercising the righteousness or the right soul beam, that energy there. When we start focusing on that and start dealing with that, we will eliminate the same vessel that these demons is attracted to. Because if you see what make man become worse than a pig, it's that same vessel, that flesh vessel that you're carrying, because it's like it always wants and it never stop wanting. It is, and when you have no control over it, it goes even crazier. It's like seeing a person that's a billionaire and yet still they will not leave $100 for a poor person to get. I mean, that $100 they wanted, and when they have so much, you see people that have a lot and still want more. So these are the points to see when one is starting to becomes over entity, or legend, when they're being possessed and they've been already things taking a glutton, one who eats a lot and just keep eating and say, well, I like food and that's what I like to do. But in reality, you can't even see that, or this entity has taken over you and trying to take your soul beam. So it's causing you to destroy that same vessel. You will not able to travel in this vessel. This vessel will starting to have problems and you malfunctioning, and you'll either lose limbs and you'll find a way after a while. And this is the key thing, to rule ownership upon your light soul desire to live. So this is where people commit suicide. This is where people don't want to leave. They do a lot of things to kill themselves, because this entity is feeding and trying to take control of your light being force. So this is where we have to exercise spirituality within ourselves and practice it, not in a negative form, but the Most High God who creates you is on spirituality. It's very high, and for one to pray, for one to bend one knees down and to open out, or to penetrate, to open your third eye and to send a projectile, a beam, a source of beam out of your third eye into any direction that you could communicate, that you could pinpoint and find that there is a receiver from that beam that you're projecting out of your third eye. When you project that out through the cosmos or out there is a receiver that could receive that beam that you're sending out. And this is who we are. This is why the word alien they use, and as you see, we from the island, we as Bronze Hebrew Israelite people, they like to call us aliens, because the fact is we are of that descent, because we actually really is not from Earth, and we, even though we end up being born on Earth, because through the process of our lineage, where our fathers and mothers, keep reproducing on that physical term. We were still reproduce, but more in a high spiritual form. If you notice, people being born today, or kids being born today, majority of them, you want to know if something wrong, majority of them, they're already giving them meds and all type of stuff to stop their ability, the projectile ability. If I could stop a race of people I know that has the ability to do and to be who they are, and I know who they are, and I find a way to hold them down and making them not knowing themselves as a people that's lost, like they're the worst people. That's what majority of people says to the people that is chosen, that they're the worst type of people. And the only reason that it's looking like we're the worst type of people, because these demon forces and these entity forces, really trying to possess us. And when these entity forces and demon forces take over our vessel, they do what they want with earth. And in the physical form, when you read the news and you watch certain things and you say, oh, it's another black man here, and then you see, and it happens to white folks, but these demon forces that attacks these pale skin are what you call white cells, high white cells carrier, because the reptilian genetics, reptilian genetics, they has a mission too. They also being possessed, even though themselves is trying to possess and to take over and to rule. But they themselves is being possessed by a different race from the galaxy, different set of life force that's there and also represent itself in that same vessel form of a human. That these are humanoids. We are soul-like beings with a vessel, physical vessel. We are soul carriers, soul-like people. We are not actually human beings. These reptilians and the other forces, the other forces of life, in their own world, wherever they from the cosmos, from the universe, always trying to blend in. Because this is a war going on here, and they're trying to mimic the creation of the Most High. And so we have reptilians here, right, who actually take shapes and forms looking like you and I, and they carry more of a white blood cells, which is a European descent. They're of the European descent. They're of the blue eye, and I mean, it's not of race. They knows that. They knows that, because if you even have to watch, if you studying DNA, and you watching black man's DNA and a white person, European descent person, pale skin, you'll notice it's the DNA is not the same. And even within our own, we may have DNA that doesn't match each other, but you could tell by our DNA for our race and our ethnic background where we come. You could say they would use the word of African descent, which we are not of African descent. You understand? We are Hebrew people on the one band of the Most High God, and also this God that created us. Within our lineage, we have a certain purity of that God, or that great creator who created us. We have a certain thing in our blood, in our DNA, that links to the Most High. If you notice when you read, it will say, out of all the nations upon the face of the earth, Israel has always been the one that I have pleased and dealt with, and the one that I have chosen above all people, Israel. And you watch, who is Israel? Who are Israel? Israel are the Hebrew people. Who are the Hebrew people? The Hebrew people are the people of us, of brown skin color, of dark skin color, of that nose, that look, that ancient look, that teeth, that, you understand? We are the carbonic people. We have carbon. Our thing is of carbon. So the Mennonites, they'll tell you that you are of Mennonite descent. We more of carbon. And it took me a little time to actually really find that out. You understand? And yes, the melanin, they say we have melanin, but it is that secret, I would say secret of that genealogy that helps us to find who we are under that spiritual high banner. The Hebrew people are selected and chosen and are the Most High people. It is for a reason. And it's not just because God did just love us. It was something that when the time when prophets and people of that carbon and of that Hebrew descent, God was using them a lot to bring forth the works and the truth. You understand? And the manner how one should live. How one should live with one brother and sister. You understand? It took a lot of us. And it's not those who rise up pretending to be us and they work in witchcraft and dealing with black magic and all that, and they say, well, this is the power of God. God has a lot of powers, but there's some that God, the Most High God, does not accept for his people to work with or to deal with. The other nations, if they want, that is of them, because that was always a custom to them to do that. But we was not under that. We was more under a natural healing process. The Most High gave us that ability that who we touch under that unit would be healed. Who we went out to see under that unit would be healed. We didn't go over there and said, oh, we doing that because we got that, I got that power. No, we was a unit, and the unit deals with the head, and the head is the Alpha and the Omega. You understand? This is the head. There is no head but that Alpha, that big master, the builder, the one and only, the one that is, that was, that always what it is. That I am what I am. That I am is always been that is to be and always will be. So you cannot question the higher power when you and I cannot even understand our own ability and our true form on who we are. Your Creator who creates you and I told you, if you believe in me, all things will be given unto thee. If you would love me and do as I told you in that unit, all things will be given unto thee. See, God is a unit that makes all things perfect. Because perfection